Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing the cake tag. I don't know who we got tagged by, I can't remember. I wrote it down on my list though, so we must have been tagged at some point, so thank you to whoever tagged us. So this is the tag that has the ingredients that you have to pick a book that goes with each ingredient. So let's start with the first one, which is flour, and that is a book that was a little slow to start off, but really picked up as it went along. This was slow for me, but I feel like it wouldn't be for most people, and that is Icing by Kristen Cashore. It starts in a fight scene, so that's why I'm saying for other people it's probably not slow, but I think because I don't really like read fantasy that often, I just wasn't really into the whole world building. I don't know, I was kind of confused for a while, and I was just not really into it, but then halfway through it picked up and I loved it, so I don't know. Maybe I'm weird. Let me know if this was slow for anyone else. Next we have Margarine, which is a book that has a really rich and great plot, and I picked Crown of Midnight for that because this one, the plot was amped up so much more than the first book. There's like so much going on in this book that it's ridiculously crazy, and I love it. Especially because there's a lot of characters that you don't know if they're good or bad. There's a lot of characters that are keeping secrets that we finally find out some of those secrets. We learn more about the main character because we don't really know much about her in the first book. There's romance, there's fighting, there's just like everything, and it's just amazing. So best plot that I've read in a while has to go to this series. We have Eggs, which is a book that you thought was going to be bad but actually turned out to be quite good. This might surprise you a little bit, but I'm picking Divergent by Veronica Roth. This is because I picked this book up back when I had first started blogging. I went to the library and they had that shelf where it was all new releases that had just come out, so I picked this off the shelf, looked at it, I was like, I don't know, it kind of has a boy cover, or I hate that term, but that's what I originally thought. I was like, this looks like something like made for boys, and I was like, I don't know if I'll like it, but it kind of sounds like dystopian, so I guess I'll try it. And boy, did I love this book so much. This is one of my favorite books ever, so I'm really glad that I didn't let the cover dissuade me from reading it. The next ingredient is a sugary sweet book, so I picked Anna and the French Kiss. Although there's a few times in this book where it's not so happy and light, for the most part this is a really cute book and I loved it, and even just looking at the cover, it reminds you of a spring day, and it's just happiness. That's what it reminds me of, happiness. The next ingredient is Icing, and it's a book that covered every single element that you enjoy about a book. So what I enjoy mostly is funny banter, lots of romance, lots of like fighting or action. I think that's pretty much it. Those are like the three things that my book has to have. And for me, Half-Blood, the whole Covenant series really, but actually I feel like Half-Blood probably wasn't my favorite. Probably Pure and Deity, definitely Deity, are my two favorites from the series. But this series has literally everything that I love in a book. It's got, this one even has like Greek goddesses and gods and stuff, which I love learning about, like history and things like that too, and it's like sprinkled in there, it's not all in your face. So I think that this series is probably one of my favorite series ever. The next ingredient is Sprinkles, and it's a book series that you can kind of turn to for a little pick-me-up when you're feeling down. This series might also surprise you because it's not really a happy series, but I think it's hilarious, and that is the Sloppy First, or the Jessica Darling series. I love these books so much. They were the young adult books that I read when I was a young adult, and I just really connect to this main character. She's like snarky and like just very sarcastic and cynical, and very much how I am and how I was, especially back then. They are kind of like a dark humor, so it's not really like a light, fluffy read, but yeah. This is what I'm picking, so deal with it. Ingredient is The Cherry on Top, which is your favorite book this year so far. I have to pick this, I'm sorry, but Fangirl was my favorite book so far because just the character Kath is just like perfect. I have never related so much to a character before, and I just can't get over how much I love this book because of that character. But I mean, on top of that, it also had a great plot, it had other great characters in it too, so it really had everything that I look for in a contemporary, and it was new adult done right, so definitely Fangirl for my favorite. So this is the part where I tag people, but I feel like a lot of people have already done this tag, so I'm not going to tag anyone, but feel free to do it if you haven't done it already. And I feel like this is the part where I should eat some cake. I actually made cupcakes yesterday, but they're downstairs and I'm really lazy, so pretend I have a cupcake right here. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye.